So guys, I've just come back from the hospital with tons of messages to see if I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I just spent 4 hours in the hospital in excruciating pain. I'm full of drugs right now, stopping the back pain, which was, oh my God, it's so bad. And the worst thing you can go is the back. So the lower back went, but it was my fault. I wasn't wearing a belt. I picked a dumbbell up and it just cracked. And basically, I'm only standing because I'm taking loads of drugs right now to keep me standing. I'm on a panel today in Frankfurt at the World Blockchain Summit on what is the future of ICOs, how they're going to grow, are they going to be securitized, how they're going to be listed, what's the opportunities. So that's going to be a very interesting panel, which is great to attend. I've just got this message from the hotel guys. They've sent me this and they've been so helpful. There's a girl called, what was the name? Evelyn, who I called this morning and I said, listen, I can't get out of bed. I can't move. You need to send a doctor. They came upstairs. They got me out of bed. They did an amazing thing. And the hotel staff have just written me a note and sent me a load of fruit and free gifts. I thought that was so lovely that you just don't see that very often. And I just love Germany, and the Germans are so bloody kind, they're so nice, so polite. I'm just blown away by them, I really am. So this is Frankfurt. Frankfurt is one of my favourite cities in the world, and especially Christmas time because they've got the markets and they're like a mile long. It's a fantastic place. So when it's in the winter time, come and do the Christmas markets. It's the best place to be at Christmas time. It's superb. So I'm just getting myself ready and prepared now to get out onto the panel. I've got another hour left. I'm just nursing my back still. And my message was this morning that no matter what you're up against, anything can go wrong. Anything can go wrong. But the most important thing is your health. So once you've got your health, everything is possible. If your health is at jeopardy, you've got to make sure that's your number one priority. And not just if it's at jeopardy, but you've got to really put your health as a priority and really look after yourself. You've got to get in the gym. You've got to eat the right food. Don't drink much alcohol, in moderation. Don't take drugs, occasionally in moderation, but make sure you do it properly, right? Make sure you be safe with everything that you do, because the most important thing in your life is your life. And when you've got one life, you've got one body, and that's all you've got. That's what God gave you guys. So the rest of it is up to you. Now, the message this morning was get out there. Doesn't matter what the fuck is in your way, you can find a way to get what you want. And to get what you want, all you have to do is believe in yourself. I'm not going to give you a complicated list of shit to do. Follow one, follow two, follow rule 3. It's very simple. Believe in yourself. Once you have belief, you have everything that you need, because once you have belief, people start believing in you, because you have that influence and persuasion inside of you, and that people know that you mean business. You're focused, because belief creates focus. That's where your focus comes from in life. Focus doesn't come out of thin air. Focus only comes from a place inside of you where you really know that what you are doing and who you are is going to make a difference, because you've actually seen it happening. But all of that, including vision, is from the belief that you have inside of yourself. It's called your belief system. And one of the most important thing that you have to do every single day is you have to work on your belief system. I take a copy. I'm going to show you my suitcase right now, because my suitcase is always messy when I come to a hotel. But always in my suitcase, somewhere around, there is my copy of Think and Grow Rich. Now this book, let's have a look at this book. This book, let's get it out of my bag, protective bag, because this is a 1937 first edition Think and Grow Rich. Here we are. First edition Think and Grow Rich book. And this, I got this at the Napoleon Hill Conference in 2010. And in the front of the book is inscribed to me from Napoleon Hill's grandson, James Hill, a message to me personally when I got the book, and because he loved what I do, and I was speaking on stage and, motivating people in the audience, and he says, "You are more deserving to sign this book than I am, because you have clearly figured out what my grandfather was telling me. I am honoured and that you asked me to sign for this book. Love for my grandfather and me. Best wishes, James B. Hill." First edition, look at the date, 20th of March, 1937. I carry that book everywhere with me in the world, so I've got that with me every single time I need something to inspire me, and that book inspires me. Take it everywhere, literally. So, so a lot of the time when you're traveling, you're lonely, you're on your own, and it can get, when you're inside a hotel room, it can get really lonely sometimes. When you're single, it can get even lonelier. So one of the things you must do is you always never feel you're alone. Never feel you're alone. There are people with you all the time that want to be with you. There are people on your journey that really want to help you. People look at me as though I'm some kind of a magician or some kind of freak or some kind of lucky guy. But it's nothing like that at all. I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a normal person who had a very terrible childhood and very bad upbringing. He was homeless for many years. His mum was sexually abused, and my mum didn't tell me that she was sexually abused until last year. She kept it inside for 50 years. She only told me because I was making the Channel 4 TV show, Get a House for Free, and I was going to give houses to the homeless on the TV show. And my backstory and my mum's backstory had to come out on that show. So she told me, and I was like, oh my God, because her stepfather told her at 12 years old, "I didn't marry your mum for your mum, I married your mum to get to you." Now imagine how you would feel if that was you and your stepfather said that to you and you were a girl and that was your daughter, she was 12 years old. You cannot imagine how terrified my mum was. And then she had to go back and ask that guy to live there because she'd left my dad. He was a gambler. We had nowhere to live. Her mum and him wouldn't let us stay there. We had nowhere to live. It was -5. We had to stay in the park. I was 2 years old. I don't remember that because I was too young. But, what she had to go through was just incredible. And, in life, you've got to be very grateful that you've got a home. That's the most important thing. Your home is the most important thing. Because when you've got a home, you feel secure. You feel a person. You feel a human being. You feel belonged. You feel loved. And when you've got a house, when you've got a home, you can go out there and do what the fucking hell you want because you've always got that retreat to go back to. So remember, be very grateful for what you've got. Always look after yourself. Be the best version of yourself all the time. And always be grateful and always be kind to anybody. This morning, I was in bed, I couldn't move. The cleaner came in, he said, "Oh, what's wrong? I said, "I can't move, my back's really, I blew my back in the gym." And he was from Afghanistan, he was a refugee, now he's working in Germany, and he said he was an MMA fighter, and he said that I could be an MMA fighter, and I said, "I'm too old." I said, "It's too much for me to do, but yeah, I'd love to do that." We had a great conversation. Speak to everybody, the cleaners, the people on the phone, the people in the supermarket, the people that you think are not important, those are the people that are the most important, because those are the people that sacrificed their lives to make a living so they could have their dreams. And everybody wants their dreams. So go out there, be grateful you're alive, number one, because when you're alive, you can make a difference. If you're dead, you can't do fucking anything. And remember, that day could happen sooner than you think. So do the things you want to do now. And, get on the phone more and talk to people more and tell them that you love them. And tell them what a difference they've made to your life, and tell them how much you think about them, because that's really important to them. And when you say that to them, they feel really good about themselves, which makes them feel good and tell other people about them, how grateful they are about life. So, do all those things, but most importantly, believe in yourself and follow people that are inspired, that have got what you want and have proved it, have got a track record, but have also been through a lot of struggle and pain in their lives. And I can tell you, my journey is never easy. It's still not easy. There are still many challenges I have to go through to get to those places, it just gets a little bit easier to navigate because I've got experience. So if you haven't got experience, it doesn't matter. Go out and get your experience, because to get experience, you have to fail. You have to do something badly to get more experience. And that's the only way you're going to progress. So don't be afraid to fail. Just get out there and do what you need to do. Okay? Remember, Winston Churchill said, he said one very, very important thing. Okay? Success is not final. Failure is not the end. Only winning counts in your life and getting to the next step, whether it's big or small. So get out there, do your stuff, believe in yourself. And if you've not got enough belief in yourself, get out there and get some pain in your life, and then start reading some books about belief and start following people that inspire you, that have had that journey. Because one of the favourite books I love to read are biographies of people that have struggled and been through shit you can't believe, but still come out smiling and still make a success of themselves. So this is all from me. I will see you later, and I'll see you from stage at the World Blockchain Summit in Frankfurt. See you later, guys.